Attorney Greg Isaacs is here as we focus now on the highest court in the land, the U.S. Supreme Court, and some cases which could have nationwide impact. Greg, as always, thank you for being here.
Lori, it's good to be here.
Let's begin with a much talked about case, the challenge to the new Texas abortion law. Let's talk about this challenge, and would it have any implications for Tennessee?
Wow, it could. First Monday in October is when the Supreme Court starts its term, and it is jam-packed with high-profile cases. First out of the chute was the Texas piece of legislation, SB 80. And what it is, it's a heartbeat abortion bill in sheep's clothing. Basically, what they've done is they have tried to create a barrier, the Texas legislature has, between state action and private action to circumvent Roe versus Wade and the constitutional requirements. So the Supreme Court is going to decide whether you can have a civil enforcement mechanism and basically infringe on a recognized constitutional right.
Let me stop you right there. Private versus public, what does that mean?
That means where if it's government action, then the Constitution kicks in. In this bill, if you will remember, it gives ordinary citizens a right to sue anyone that violates this the Texas heartbeat abortion law, or if you aid, abet, plan, assist somebody in having an abortion that violates this, anyone has standing to bring a lawsuit with up to $10,000 in damages.
What about Tennessee?
Tennessee, we don't have that law, but every state is watching to see how far they can go. But the Supreme Court was very incredulous when they heard the arguments. Justice Kavanaugh said, well, where would this stop? What if someone wanted to modify or ban gun rights under the Second Amendment or free speech and give a citizen bounty hunter the right to collect $1 million?
How far do you
just
go?
Not 10,000. How far do you go?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about gun laws a little bit more. Tennessee just loosened its gun law, so could that change?
Wow. Everybody that's a Second Amendment opponent or proponent are watching the case the Supreme Court is going to hear this week. They've not decided a material gun rights case in over a decade, and this one is hot, Lori. It's the New York statute that requires proper cause to carry a firearm outside the home.
People are talking self-defense.
Well, yeah, three ways you can carry a gun in New York. Again, one of the most densely populated states in the Union. Under this law, you have to have proper cause, meaning you're a messenger, a courier that could be robbed, an armored car service, or you're going hunting, you have a permit, or to a gun range. Other than that, in New York, based on the density of their population and the risk, you can't carry a gun outside. So we're going to decide how far the Second Amendment can be limited. So a lot of important cases heard by our Supreme Court as we speak.
Thanks for coming in to talk about it.
Always a pleasure.
If you have a legal question, send it Greg's way. We'll see if he can answer it for you. Email AskIsaacs@wate.com. And remember, we bring Greg on every Wednesday at 5:30.